You've heard this before. I'm stupid. People think I'm lazy. They're laughing at me every day. I hate reading and I hate school. It's inevitable. No matter how hard your team works, there are some students who simply can't progress in reading.
We're not born to learn how to read. Like speech, we're born to learn to speak, but we're not for reading. So you need to be taught it, just like riding a bike or driving a car. As an adult, you have to learn that skill. For some students, the brain just doesn't allow them to learn to read for whatever reason. It could be an auditory problem, it could be a visual problem. So they're learning to read one word or one sound at a time, and they're never picking up the fluency of reading.
But what if you had the ability to help these students? What if you had access to technology that could break down those barriers, radically changing the way in which these challenging students learn and succeed? Imagine the positive impacts that these kinds of breakthroughs could have on the students, their families, and on your business.
A colleague of mine who lived in the States, and she found Cellfield and brought it to the States, and she contacted me. And she said, "You have to come here and see this program." I got on a plane and I went to the States and watched one child do the program from beginning to end. And this student went up 5 grade levels. I was shocked. I just needed to know how to get it. That was then my goal. How do I get it? How do I bring it to Canada? And how do I get all these children who can't read to do the program?
Cellfield is a brilliant computer-based system founded on the principles of accelerated brain plasticity, the ability of the brain to rewire itself very quickly when stimulated in just the right way. You see, brains are not hardwired as once thought, so specialists have taken advantage of the brain's ability to change to help with everything from schizophrenia to Alzheimer's to reading problems, including dyslexia. Cellfield stands out because it leverages the plasticity of the brain to create new connections. This creates learning breakthroughs after just a few hours. Cellfield improves auditory and visual processing speed, bonds auditory and visual function, and increases memory capacity. Cellfield works with children as young as 6 up to adults of any age. Using a system of constantly changing moving graphics, repetitive language-based subsessions, and other tools that work in conjunction with each other, the computer-based program fascinates learners, breaks down traditional barriers, and provides unprecedented success rates.
With those 3 components, and because it's new and students haven't seen it before, it engages them. And engagement is so key because it's what makes new connections. They don't realize that they're engaged, they're doing the program, and it's exciting and it's opening up the neurons where reading takes place in the brain. That's why in 10 hours we're seeing these results.
Cellfield increases attention and motivation because the intake of information is engaging, and because your student will begin to feel that things, maybe for the first time, are beginning to fit and make sense. The results are dramatic and documented. Using the standardized assessment material Woodcock Reading Mastery Tests, results show that students completing the Cellfield program achieve average gains of 12 months in 2 weeks for passage comprehension, and average gains in word attack of 24 months in 2 weeks, and then even further gains after completing the full 12-week program.
It's life-changing every time a student comes. And then it gets emotional for me because I've given them the gift to read, which is quite spectacular.
The results are remarkable. The impact is clear. It's time you took a very serious look at Cellfield. Find out today how to become a Cellfield licensee.